You're tuned in to the Nerd Network Podcast.
You're watching the Nerd Network Podcast. I'm here with Julian.
What's up, everybody?
I'm your host, Marcy. Today we are going to have a movie review Monday. We are here to review The Little Things, a new release movie featuring Denzel Washington, Rami Malek, and Jared Leto. If you don't know what that is, it is a neo-noir crime thriller film directed by John Lee Hancock. And I don't know. To summarize it up real fast, Julian, what would you say this movie's about?
Dealing with the past.
I mean, technically, yeah. This is a murder mystery.
Yeah.
Murder mystery with Denzel Washington as one of the cops and Rami Malek or Malik. I don't know how to say it correctly. Sorry for saying it wrong. But they're two cops working together trying to capture Jared Leto.
Yeah. I would say detectives.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. It's a little bit more of a...
Was Denzel Washington really a detective, though?
I mean, he used to be.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. We're going to talk about the movie a little bit without spoilers, then we'll go into spoilers. But, so a crime movie, murder mystery. In the very beginning, someone almost gets murdered or kidnapped. We don't really know. They escaped. So I missed that part. I'm so mad.
Yeah, I mean, basically in the beginning, she's driving in the car or whatever, listening to some music. This takes place in 1990, by the way, in California. She's driving on the road, and then there's like a car that's like tailing her or whatever, and like real close to her. And then he tries to go around her, but then he's like this driving next to her. And mind you, this is not a 2-lane street or anything. It's just going back and forth or whatever. And then he speeds up, and then she's, freaking out or whatever. And then so she continues driving, and then she sees that same car parked on the side of the road, and she's just like, oh shit, what the hell's going on?
Dang.
And then, that's just basically the opening thing. So it already leaves you in a very suspenseful setting. So
yeah, so there's a killer out there in Los Angeles in the 1990s, and there's been multiple murders that have the same type of pattern a little bit. And then Denzel Washington and Rami Malek are trying to solve the case. They think it's just one gentleman. They think it's Jared Leto. They don't know if it is or not. Trying to tail him and catch him in the act or find evidence linking him to these murders and maybe possible previous murders. The cast alone, Denzel Washington, Jared Leto, and Rami Malek. What were you expecting when you saw those three on the screen? Did the movie do a job?
I think the movie did a fantastic job. I mean, you got some powerful actors on there.
Oh yeah, Denzel Washington, you can never go wrong.
Seasoned veteran like Denzel. I bet you that's why everybody came out to see it.
Oh yeah, for sure. So we actually saw it in theaters. Yeah. You can actually watch this movie on HBO Max right now. So if you have HBO Max and you don't feel like going to theaters, you can watch it on HBO, or you can go to your local theater and watch it. Hopefully, if they're open. But I'm glad we saw it in theaters. I miss seeing movies like this in theaters. You can watch this at home, but I don't know. It was just nice being in the theater again with everybody and the oohs and the ahs.
Surround sound.
Yeah, no, it was great.
Popcorn.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, smell of popcorn. Wasn't bad. But, yeah. So Jared Leto as the protagonist, or the antagonist. Yeah, Jared Leto as the antagonist. I think he did a great job. It was cool. We haven't seen him in a while, really, since in a big movie, I guess, since Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad, yeah.
Yeah. He had some Joker-esque type characteristics about his character. He kind of is really, what's the word for it? Really creative with his words.
Yeah.
Yeah, his dialogue was kind of a big F-you. The way he talked to the cops or the detectives was very... condescending and just like almost
like he was very arrogant and
very super villain-esque in a way. Like he just knew more than what the cops knew.
Or he got the routine. He's like, oh, I know what's gonna happen now. I know this trick, I know all this,
Yeah, he did his homework on how to be a super villain. At least talk like a super villain. No, he got it down pretty well. Rami Malek, or Malik, and I'm so sorry if I'm saying his name wrong. His as the the second in this movie to Denzel Washington. He impressed me a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen the Robot
Neither have I.
series. I know he did a really good job in that, but he was also in Night at the Museum. Battle of the
Oh
Smithsonian.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he
Yep.
was in that movie.
He was,
Actually, he was in
King-
both.
He was King Tut, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was in both Night at the
Yeah.
Museum movies. Yeah, and the first movie I ever seen him in was Larry Crown.
I don't think I've seen that.
Yeah, it's with Tom Hanks.
Mm.
He's just a college student.
Really?
Yeah, and he's just a funny, like ditzy college student.
Mm-hmm.
Fast forward to this movie, oh my gosh, his acting range.
Yeah,
It's pretty
he did a
good.
great job. Even with like his facial reactions and everything were pretty strong too.
Seeing him play a detective the way he did came off really well.
Mm-hmm.
No, he was believable.
Yeah,
And being the spokesperson for the police too.
yeah. When we first saw him in the parking lot when Denzel had his car almost towed or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, he came off as arrogant and smug and all this stuff. I was
Yeah.
like, oh great, he's gonna be an asshole.
He's gonna be asshole
But
cop.
no, he's pretty cool. You know,
No, he was.
Once they got to know each other a little bit.
Yeah, that was cool.
You know, he respected Denzel's character after he's just like, hey, is that who I think it is?
Yeah,
They're
he's
like,
veteran cop
Yeah.
detective.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, it was cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, overall, it was a good murder mystery movie. We won't go into spoilers. We won't let you know if they captured the person or not, or the right person, or the wrong person. But yeah, if you like a good murder mystery movie with Denzel Washington, can't go wrong. Jared Leto as the bad guy, or is he the bad guy? I don't know.
Or is Denzel the bad guy?
Yeah, for sure. You don't know. You don't know who the bad guy is. No, it was definitely worth watching. I definitely enjoyed it a lot. Did they do anything out of the normal as a cop murder mystery movie though?
No, I mean
No.
it was all pretty much by the books.
Yeah, I mean if you've seen one cop murder mystery movie, you've seen them all.
Mm.
But I mean just seeing these actors alone together in one movie
Yeah,
was pretty well worth it.
yeah.
No amazing action shots, something like that.
Mm-mm.
You can tell Denzel's getting a little old, which is fine. I mean, he doesn't
Yeah.
need to play the super cop
Mm-hmm.
solving the case and kicking ass. He just presence alone is just badass.
Oh yeah.
No, it's good enough. But yeah, definitely check out this movie. We are gonna go into spoilers right now. Watch it. Just go watch the movie and then come back and finish it. Finish this review right now. So yes, we're going to spoilers. I don't want to take a whole rundown on the movie, but yeah. So Denzel Washington is a cop / detective who was working on a previous murder that it never got solved.
Mhm.
That he kind of just needs to solve still,
Mhm.
and then he meets
Rami Malek.
Rami Malek's character, and who is the new up and coming detective in his department, and they both are on the same mission to capture this murderer who is trying to kill multiple people. I guess he's killed multiple people.
He's killed multiple people.
Yeah.
At this point.
Yeah, multiple, just women.
Yeah.
I guess it is just women.
Yeah.
But seeing both of them together trying to capture this guy. So obviously, when you see the victim, that crime scene the first time,
Mm-hmm.
what'd you think about that?
So they got a report that they're at this apartment complex, and they go in and they do the traditional cop things, deaths for prints and everything. But you see the body there, and at first, I mean, it just looked like just a regular body. But
Yeah.
after that scene or whatever, they start explaining the different things that were wrong with the body or whatever, and then like for example, the bite marks and stuff.
Yeah. Do you think that they went into good detail?
Yeah.
Because there's sometimes in movies you're like, aha, I found this. Aha, I found that.
Yeah, I mean, when they were dusting around in that apartment, they had the blood splatter. He was able to figure out, she crawled from the bed to the floor and she died here or whatever. And then Denzel, being a seasoned veteran detective, he actually went across the street to that other apartment complex and found, just a clear viewpoint for this lady's apartment where she got murdered or whatever. And so that helped lead into finding a suspect or whatever. But no, I don't think that in that first initial scene that they were just like, oh, here's this. Oh, here's this.
Yeah.
Here's this. Here's
Yeah.
this. And now, oh, we know who it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a slow burn. It was
The way it should be, I feel like.
Yeah,
The way it should
yeah,
be.
it took its time. It wasn't rushed.
No, definitely. No, it's good. Yeah, as we're finding out that Denzel Washington's character used to be a cool top cop, super cop back in the day. For some reason, he decided not to be a top cop anymore and just become a regular cop, but helping this case for some reason that we don't really find out till later. I don't know how soon to get into that. But the way, so as Denzel Washington is making his way through this case, since he has his own way of solving crimes without the actual police's help, he does it by himself because he knows what he's doing. And he does some research, and he ends up talking to the apartment manager where the body was found.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they finds out that they were doing some maintenance work, and they outsourced the maintenance work from a discount type of washing machine, appliance store.
Yeah, appliance store.
Yeah, and he ends up finding out that this one place specifically was in that apartment a couple weeks beforehand, and that's where we see Jared Leto's character. I like that, how they teased Jared Leto in the beginning. He didn't say anything. He wasn't in the movie that much at all until like halfways.
Yeah, I would say by like the second act or whatever.
Yeah,
he was,
which I liked.
Yeah,
they didn't show him right away. It kind of built up to like finding this guy.
Yeah,
and then now that we met Jared Leto, he looks like a old, not old, just a gross, dirty person.
He looked pretty dirty. Had long hair. Seemed like it was always greasy or whatever.
Wore the same janitor outfit the whole entire movie.
Outfit the entire time.
Yeah.
Went to a strip club 5 days a week, all day.
All from daylight to nightlight to nighttime.
Like, Jesus.
Man, he must be getting paid a lot at this appliance store.
Yeah.
Just spending money at a strip club all day long. But yeah, so Denzel Washington ends up finding out that Jared Leto's character was the one that was actually in the apartment, and then does some research, some recon, and goes to his apartment and looks at his car, and then gets caught by Jared Leto. That initial first "I got you" type look, and then Jared Leto did not act scared at all seeing someone looking at his car.
No, yeah, he was perfectly calm the entire movie. In fact,
yeah,
like
he really was.
He was, as for as grungy as he looked, he was a very smart individual.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Like, he knew exactly what the cops were doing, when they were watching him, when they weren't. And he played, they played right into his hands, basically.
Yeah. We'll fast forward a little bit, and then eventually they find more coincidental evidence. Not hard evidence, by the way.
Yeah.
They ended up finding out that he had previously been arrested before for assault or something. And then they detained him and questioned him. And when the cops got to his apartment to arrest him or detain him to bring him in for questioning, he was already ready. He was like, "Let's go.
Yeah,
I'm ready to be, interviewed, interrogated." But as he's at the police station, where he's sitting down, talking to Malik, that first questioning, I thought it was written so well done. Seeing Denzel Washington behind the mirror. I mean, it's your typical cop interrogation room type of thing. But I don't know why, if it was still so well done compared to other stuff. I mean, they're all the same, but like I felt like it was, I don't know why I liked it so much. Is it because he played it where he was like, I know you guys know I did it, but you don't have nothing against me?
It could be that, yeah. There really wasn't that much dialogue, though.
No.
Because, he would show, Rami Malek's character gave Jared Leto's character some photos or whatever from the murder that we see in the movie.
Yeah.
And he's just looking at him, and he's got this kind of look on him like, yeah, I did it, but no one knows, and he's like, actually like enjoys looking at them, but you can't tell that by his facial expressions, just his mannerisms. He's just like looking through all these photos or whatever. And
Denzel Washington had enough.
Yeah.
And was like, I'm coming in there now because I need to interrogate this guy. And obviously gets in his face and says he's it basically calls him out and says he has a hard on by looking at these pictures. I don't know. Did they try to show us that he freaking was hard or not?
I didn't know.
Were they trying to tell us that? I couldn't tell.
I don't know. It didn't really. If they were, it wasn't an obvious thing at all.
Yeah.
Like I'm not looking at Jared Leto's in that situation.
Yeah. But I mean, obviously Jared Leto's like enjoying looking at these pictures.
Yeah.
He's definitely a gross person enjoying his work.
But see, here's the thing. I don't know if he really did it though.
That is the thing. We still don't know because the cops still don't have any evidence. Like I said, he's not arrested. He's just being detained and questioned.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously they had to let him go. Denzel almost punched him, but, you know, he just scared him a little bit and he left. And then they decided to tail him and just waiting to see if he's going to mess up and go to the scene of a crime.
Yeah.
Was that before Denzel followed him from the car, or was that? Yeah.
No, that was after.
Was it? No, it was before. Because that's when.
That he was
he was tailing him. Yeah. I don't think it was after.
I can't
Either
remember
way.
now.
Either way. Sorry. There's a car.
It's a
chase.
cat and mouse type of thing.
Yeah.
Between Denzel.
Which I thought was really well done.
Yeah.
Like, because the cars weren't like speeding against each other.
Mm-mm.
It wasn't like a crazy highway type scene where the cops are coming and you're seeing the drone shot of a car on top, back and forth, blah, blah, blah. It was really, really well done. It was quick cuts, cars just chasing each other, but without actually seeing the actual long chase.
Mm-hmm.
Denzel being on one side of the highway, Jared Leto's character would be on the other side of the highway, and they would just swap back and forth, which is like, dang.
Yeah.
Like, Jared Leto's character was just one step ahead of them.
Always.
The whole time.
Yeah.
So well done. But you fast forward, and then they're actually waiting outside of his apartment to see if he's going to go kill someone again or lead him to a missing person who they think that he's killed or has held hostage.
Mm-hmm.
We don't really know yet. But yeah, so Jared Leto and Malik is just sitting in a car waiting. Stakeout time. And they're outside his apartment waiting for him to mess up. He spends a whole day doing nothing. He takes the bus to the strip club and does nothing besides be at the strip club again, come home, goes home, does nothing.
Yeah.
They get kind of antsy in the car. Denzel Washington goes in to get some coffee and get a battery for his watch, which I thought was kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
Could have just went to get coffee and then need to add the battery part, but whatever. And so
the phone booth.
the phone booth rings, and obviously you know who it is right away, calling to mess with the other cop. And he goes to, which is so well done. He goes to go answer the phone. But right as soon as he picks up the phone, Jared Leto says, "Boo!" It scared me in the theater a little bit because I wasn't expecting that. Malik's character turns around with the gun and told him, "Put your hands up." Gets in his face, basically checks him for a gun, no weapon on him. And Jared Leto's just messing with him until he's like, "If you want to find the missing girl, I'll take you to her." Why did that happen? Why did he decide to go with him in his car to drive far away without Denzel Washington?
It didn't make any sense.
As soon as that happened, I was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah.
Automatically, I thought he was dead.
Oh yeah.
I thought
he was gonna get shot or something.
Yeah. So he takes him out super far. Denzel Washington ends up coming and see them get in the car and leave together. Denzel Washington Herbert gets in his car, and then he tries to follow them, and then he's a little bit far ahead of him, and Malik's character and Jared Leto end up going to really far outside the city to this little like countryside area where they start see nothing but dirt.
Mm-hmm.
And he said the body's in there, and he makes Malik's character start digging. Why would you start digging? I
would have made him dig.
And he did. He tried, but he didn't even try hard enough.
Yeah, he really didn't.
He just gave up. Oh, it's okay. If you don't want to dig, I'll dig.
Yeah, that whole part gave me anxiety because it's just like, okay, at any point he can just take your gun.
Yeah.
Because he had the gun just sitting there as he's digging, getting
Yeah.
tired and everything. I was just like, oh, well, this is it.
I was like, is he just making him tired so he can just beat him up and then kill him?
And then throw him in the grave that he digged or whatever. It was it was an intense scene the whole time. Jared Leto's monologuing and stuff, and you see Raimi just digging, trying to find this lost person that they suspect is buried out there somewhere because Jared Leto character is just pretty much like, yeah, I killed her. She's somewhere out here, but you got to dig for her.
And then he digs one hole,
Mm-hmm.
and it says, oops a boo boo, and makes him dig another hole somewhere else because he thought he makes him dig 3 different separate holes, and then finally, Raimi's character is like pissed off and tired and frustrated, and then Jared Leto starts digging into him about his family and how he can't protect his family because he can't even figure out where this person's at, solve this case. Denzel Washington is getting closer and closer, trying to find where they're at, and Raimi's character just gets so frustrated and ends up hitting Jared Leto with the shovel.
In the
right
head.
to the head.
Killed him.
Instantly.
I
was kind of mad about that.
I mean, an iron shovel to the face like that, that's going to kill you. That's going to kill you.
I don't know. I just don't know. Obviously, I've never been hit in the face with a shovel before, but like maybe a broken face, a broken jaw.
You got to imagine how hard, like,
how much of a swing?
I mean, even still, like, either he was going to get killed or decapitated. One of the two.
Yeah, that's true.
One of the two.
Oh, man. But he hit him one good time.
That's all you need.
Jared Leto's dead. Raimi's character's freaking out.
Because, mind you, they have no evidence whatsoever. They're just basically going off of his word that he killed her out here, and you got to find her.
They did everything wrong.
Yeah.
To try to capture this person of interest a suspect, and they have no idea. They already went into his apartment illegally without a search warrant, which they almost got caught, which that was an intense scene too as well. They found so much evidence in his apartment that they thought it could have been him, but still. Yeah. There's no circumstantial evidence that connects him to the murderers. Well, our main suspect. Oh my gosh.
Suspect.
Why can I not say suspect right now? Sus. The main sus.
The main sus
is dead. Raimi's character is fucked. What do? You did everything wrong. You killed a man.
And you still ain't found the girl.
Denzel Washington comes and is like, he knows what happened. He's like, oh crap, you killed the guy. And he knows. But then we find out later on, Denzel Washington's character ended up trying to solve a case, went to a crime scene 5 years previously, and there was 2 people who got murdered on a park, or no, below a bridge. Yeah. And then there was a 3rd person who they thought still could possibly be alive, and the suspect was still around. And then some branches started moving. He got distracted and shot, and he actually ended up shooting the 3rd victim that was still alive. That caused him to have PTSD. Yeah, basically, who just felt guilty and held his guilt in for so long that made him dive into his career and just try to become a better cop and solve these murders. And so he understands what a unsolved murder can do to someone. And obviously it was an accident. A stupid accident that shouldn't have happened. But, shoot, I don't know where to go from there.
So basically, Denzel shows up. He's like, all right, kill this dude, no biggie. You know, don't
He's
tell
a bad
nobody.
person. He's a bad person to me.
Dig a 5-inch grave or whatever.
5 foot.
5 foot grave. And throw him in there. So, and he's like, I'll come back in a few hours. So basically, Denzel then leaves that area, goes back to Jared Leto's apartment, bags up everything, takes it with him in his truck, and then he comes back to the place that Raimi and Jared are, and you come to find out that Raimi didn't actually bury Jared Leto at all. Instead, he was digging numerous holes because he was trying to find that girl. He still believed that she was out there.
Yeah, he believed Jared Leto was still the killer.
Yeah.
Even though there's still no evidence still.
Yeah, they still had nothing on this dude, nothing at all. But he was like, in his mind, he's like, okay, well, if I can find her, then I can at least know that me killing him was a good thing because he was the killer, you know. But we never get that. We never get that resolution there. We don't know. No. Even at the end of the movie, we don't know.
No, we still don't know. I don't want to go too many details about the ending of the movie. Yeah. I'll definitely suggest go watching this murder mystery movie. It's a darn good one. Yeah. You know, it's been a while since you really got a good murder mystery movie. I definitely want to let people know to expand their movie genre horizon. Go check this movie out. There's not a lot of action in it. It's just good storytelling and really well written for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, check it out. I'm definitely excited to see more movies with Mr. Raimi. I can't wait to see him in the next James Bond movie, where he is the villain. That'll be very interesting to go watch. But if you have HBO Max, check it out. Go to theaters, check it out. Let us know in the comments below if you guys liked the movie or if you didn't like the movie, and let us know why. But we're going to end our review. I'll give it a thumbs up. Julian probably gives it a thumbs up. Check it out. All right, we're out of here.
Please subscribe to our podcast.